Dear friends, welcome to SpeakUp Studio
with Tom
and Jessica. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SpeakUp Studio, the podcast that helps you learn English in a fun, simple, and effective way. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Tom. And today we're going on a little trip together. Not a real one, unfortunately, but one that'll take you through the most useful English you'll need when traveling.
Exactly. We'll guide you step by step through the key travel situations, from checking in at the airport to going through passport control to arriving at your hotel and checking in there.
If you've ever felt nervous about speaking English while traveling, this episode is for you. You'll learn how to sound confident, polite, and natural in real-life travel situations.
We'll teach you useful phrases, pronunciation tips, and even share some cultural advice to help you understand how English is really used around the world.
So grab your imaginary suitcase, fasten your seatbelt, and let's start our journey into travel English.
All right, let's imagine you've just arrived at the airport. You've got your luggage, your passport, and your ticket. The first place you'll go is the check-in counter.
Exactly. At the check-in counter, you usually meet an airline staff member who helps you check in your bags and get your boarding pass.
Here's the sample dialogue. Listen carefully.
Good morning. Where are you flying today?
Good morning. I'm flying to London.
May I see your passport, please?
Sure. Here you go.
Thank you. Do you have any bags to check in?
Yes, one suitcase.
Please place it on the scale.
Perfect. Here's your boarding pass. Your gate is B12 and boarding begins at 8:30. Great. Thank you.
Pretty simple, right? Let's break it down.
First phrase, where are you flying today? This is a polite question that means, what's your destination?
Next, may I see your passport, please? Notice the polite structure, may I, instead of can I. It's more formal and sounds professional.
Yes, and when you hand your passport over, you can say, here you go, or here it is. Both are friendly and natural.
Now, let's look at, do you have any bags to check in? Check in means to give your luggage to the airline so they can put it in the plane's storage area.
And don't confuse it with check out, which you'll hear later at the hotel.
Right. The staff might also ask, did you pack your bags yourself? This is a security question. You should always answer truthfully. Yes, I did.
Here's a tip. In English-speaking airports, politeness is key. Always use please, thank you, and excuse me. It shows respect and helps create a positive impression. Let's quickly go through some key travel words.
Boarding pass, the paper or digital document that allows you to board the plane.
Gate, the area where passengers wait before boarding.
Carry-on luggage, the small bag you take on the plane.
Checked luggage, the bag you leave at the counter.
Departure time, the time your flight leaves.
Arrival time, the time your flight lands.
And one small grammar note. When you talk about flights, you usually say, my flight leaves at 8 p.m., not my flight is leaving at 8 p.m. Unless you're emphasizing it, it's already scheduled soon.
That's right. Both are correct, but leaves at is the more standard way.
Next stop, passport control, sometimes called immigration. This is where an officer checks your passport and sometimes asks questions about your visit.
Don't worry, these questions are simple. Here's an example.
Good afternoon. What's the purpose of your visit?
I'm here on vacation.
How long will you be staying?
About 2 weeks.
Where will you be staying?
At the Grand Hotel, downtown.
Do you have a return ticket?
Yes, I do. Here it is.
Great. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Simple, right? Let's explain.
The question, what's the purpose of your visit, means why are you here? Common answers are, I'm here on business, or I'm here on vacation.
Then, how long will you be staying? You can answer with time phrases like for 3 days, for a week, or until next Friday.
Notice the grammar here. We use will for future plans. I will be staying for 2 weeks.
Another phrase, where will you be staying? You can answer at a hotel, with friends, or in an apartment.
And remember, officers may ask for your return ticket. That's proof you plan to go home.
Here's a cultural tip. When talking to officers, always speak clearly and politely. Avoid jokes or slang. Just be direct and calm.
Exactly. They're not trying to scare you. They just need to verify your information. Let's review a few words. Purpose, the reason for something. Return ticket, a ticket that allows you to travel back. Immigration, the process of entering another country.
And remember these prepositions: arrive at the airport, arrive in a city or country. Example, I arrived at the airport, but I arrived in London.
Small details like this make your English sound more natural.
Now you've checked in, gone through passport control, and it's time to find your gate.
When you reach the gate, you might hear announcements like, Flight 307 to Paris is now boarding at Gate 14. Or, please have your boarding passes ready.
And when you board the plane, you might say hello to the flight attendants.
Welcome aboard. Can I see your boarding pass?
Sure, here it is.
Great. You're in seat 14A. It's down the aisle to your right.
Thank you.
Notice the phrase, welcome aboard. That means welcome to the airplane. It's a friendly expression.
And down the aisle means along the walkway between the seats.
When the flight attendants serve food, you might hear, would you like chicken or pasta? Or something to drink? You can answer, I'd like water, please. Or just coffee, thank you.
Politeness is always key. English speakers often soften their requests with I'd like instead of I want.
Exactly. I'd like, polite. I want equals a bit strong or direct.
You've landed safely and taken a taxi to your hotel. Now it's time for the hotel check-in.
This is another essential travel conversation. Let's listen to a full example. Good evening. Welcome to the Grand Hotel. How can I help you?
Hello, I have a reservation under the name Tom Baker.
Let me check. Yes, Mr. Baker, for 3 nights in a single room.
That's right.
May I see your passport, please?
Sure, here you go.
Thank you. Could you please fill out this form?
Of course.
Perfect. Here's your room key. You're in room 405. The elevator is to your left.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your stay.
That's a very common exchange.
Yes, and notice some important travel words. Reservation, your booking made in advance. Single room, double room, for 1 person or 2.
Elevator, also called a lift in British English. And if something goes wrong, you can say, excuse me, I think there's a mistake with my reservation. Or, could you help me with my luggage?
Here's another tip. When asking for help, always start with, could you please? For example, could you please tell me the Wi-Fi password?
Yes, that small word please makes you sound instantly polite and friendly.
Let's review the key hotel words. Reservation, reception, key card, check-in, check-out, room service.
And one small grammar tip. After check-in or check-out, you can add to plus place. Example, I checked in to the hotel. Or, we checked out of the room.
Here's a mini exercise for you, our listener. After this episode, write down or say aloud your own travel dialogue. Imagine you're at a hotel. Practice saying, hello, I have a reservation under the name. Could I have a room with a view, please? What time is breakfast?
You can record yourself and listen to your pronunciation. Shadow the phrases we said earlier to improve your rhythm and confidence.
Okay, Tom, not every trip goes perfectly, right?
Right. Sometimes your flight is delayed, your luggage is lost, or your hotel room isn't ready. Let's cover some useful problem phrases.
Excuse me, my flight was supposed to leave at 6 p.m., but it's delayed.
I'm sorry for the delay. The new departure time is 7:45 p.m.
Thank you. Is there a place where I can get some food while I wait?
Yes, there's a cafe just across from gate 14.
Notice the polite way of asking, is there a place where I can? Instead of, where can I? Both are correct, but the first sounds smoother.
And you can always start with excuse me before asking a question. It's one of the most useful phrases in English.
Excuse me, there seems to be a problem with my room.
I'm sorry to hear that. What's the problem?
The air conditioner isn't working.
I'll send someone to fix it right away.
That phrase, there seems to be a problem, is polite and soft. It's better than saying, my room is bad or the air conditioner is broken.
Exactly. English speakers prefer softer language when complaining. It's part of polite culture.
Let's pause for a quick question to you, our listener. Have you ever faced a problem while traveling in another country? How did you explain it in English?
You can even write your own mini story. For example, when I was in Paris, my flight was delayed, so I asked politely for information.
Reflecting like this helps you remember and reuse vocabulary.
Let's share a few cultural notes before we move on. In English-speaking countries, people value politeness and patience. Even when things go wrong, staying calm and using polite phrases like, I'm sorry, excuse me, or could you please, goes a long way.
And remember, smiles are universal. A smile and a polite tone often solve problems faster than complaining loudly.
So true. Another tip, in hotels or airports, staff often speak fast, but don't be afraid to ask, could you please repeat that? Or can you speak a little more slowly, please?
Those phrases show you're learning, and people are usually happy to help.
Before we wrap up, let's highlight a few grammar points we used today: polite requests, future plans, travel verbs, and prepositions.
And one pronunciation reminder, hotel is stressed on the second syllable, hotel, not hotel.
Good point. Pronunciation can make a big difference in being understood.
All right, before we move to our conclusion, let's do a short challenge. Imagine this situation. You've just arrived in New York City. You're checking into your hotel. Try to say this short dialogue aloud.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello, I have a reservation under the name, your name.
How long will you be staying?
3 nights, please.
Great job. Try to say it with confidence, good rhythm, and a smile.
And that's it for today's episode of SpeakUp Studio. We hope you enjoyed this trip through the world of travel English, from the airport to the hotel and everything in between.
Today, we learned how to check in at the airport, go through passport control, and talk politely with hotel staff. We also reviewed important travel vocabulary like boarding pass, reservation, check-in, and return ticket.
Exactly. Even if your grammar isn't perfect, a friendly tone and polite attitude will take you far.
We also encourage you to practice. Try writing or recording your own short travel conversation after listening. Use the dialogues from today as a model.
And if you found this episode helpful, please share it with your friends, leave a review, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Next time, we'll explore another real-life English topic, one that helps you speak up with confidence no matter where you are.
Thanks for tuning in to SpeakUp Studio. Safe travels and happy learning.
Bye for now.